Imagine yourself as a young, energetic woman brimming with passion. Tonight, you are setting out with your friends to a bustling music venue and nightclub. You are prepared to unwind and enjoy. "Hey, are you free this Friday night?" your friend asks over the phone, her voice brimming with excitement. "Why, what's up?" you replied, curiosity piqued. "There's this music venue and nightclub downtown that everyone's been raving about. I was thinking we could check it out," your friend suggested, unable to hide her enthusiasm. "That sounds like a blast. I could definitely use some fun night out." "What time were you thinking?" you responded, already looking forward to the night. "Let's meet up around 8 p.m. That way we can catch some live music before it gets too packed," she proposed, planning the night out in her head. "Sounds like a plan to me. See you then." Unbeknownst to you, however, this night is set to take a tragic turn. This is the case of Libby Squire. If there's anything that is not covered or is misleading, let us know in the comments so that we could see it. And just a reminder, this video, given the story it tells, serves as a documentary to understand how such events occur. It aims to impart lessons learned, not to glorify the actions of a criminal. And with that being said, grab yourself some coffee or tea and join me. Let us begin. Liberty Ada Squire, affectionately known as Libby, was an ambitious and promising philosophy student at the University of Hull. Born on the first day of the new year in 1998 and raised in the picturesque village of West Wickham, Buckinghamshire, Libby was well loved for her vivacious personality and her insatiable thirst for knowledge. However, on the night of 31st January 19th, she vanished without a trace after enjoying a night out with her friends in Kingston upon Hull, East Riding of Yorkshire, England. Despite the desperate search efforts led by the local Humberside Police and the heartfelt public appeals made by her devastated parents for any information on her whereabouts, Libby Squire would never return home. Libby Squire's tragic last night began innocently enough with a night out with friends on January 31st, 2019. At around 11 p.m., she was denied entry to the Welly, a popular music venue and nightclub to Central Hall, for exhibiting signs of extreme intoxication. Her concerned friends arranged for a taxi to take her safely home. However, she never made it into her house upon arrival and was later spotted approximately half a mile away. Eyewitnesses report seeing Libby in a state of extreme distress, crying and sobbing in the street. Her apparent distress and incoherence made it impossible for anyone to provide effective assistance, setting the stage for the nightmarish events that were to unfold. The search for Libby Squire was categorized as the largest missing person search in the history of the Humberside Police. In the days following her disappearance, her desperate parents, Russell and Lisa Squire, made a public plea for any information that would lead to their daughter's whereabouts and her safe return. More than 100 diligent police officers and staff tirelessly searched for any trace of evidence, while specialist teams combed nearby bodies of water, including the River Hall and the Beverly and Bumston Drain. A week after Libby's mysterious disappearance, the enigmatic case took a sinister turn when a 24-year-old man named Pawel Relowicz was taken into custody. His silver Vauxhall Astra was captured on CCTV in the vicinity where Libby had last been seen. Initially, he faced charges for 5 unrelated sexual and burglary offenses that he committed between December 2017 and January 19th. However, no immediate charges were laid in connection with Libby Squire's disappearance, leaving her family and friends in a state of torturous limbo, yearning for definitive answers. Pawel Relowicz was born on the 25th of June 1994 in the small town of Archivehouse in northern Poland. He migrated to the United Kingdom in 2015 and was employed as a butcher, working for Caro Food Group at a meat processing plant in Malton, North Yorkshire. Pawel was a married man and a father of 2 children. At the time of Libby's murder, Pawel had no criminal record and was not known to the local police. However, since 2017, he had been committing an escalating series of sexual offenses and sexually motivated burglaries in Hull. Approximately 7 weeks after Libby's enigmatic disappearance on 20th of March, their worst fears were realized. Fishermen in the Humber estuary, located close to Grimsby Docks, stumbled upon the lifeless body of a woman, which was later positively identified as Libby's. Her body had been submerged in the water for such an extended period that the police were unable to discern a definitive cause of death. This cataclysmic revelation sent shockwaves reverberating through the close-knit community as they collectively mourned the loss of a bright young woman whose promising future was brutally cut short in such a tragic manner. Surveillance footage paints a chilling narrative of the night of the attack. Pawel Relowicz is seen refilling his car at a nearby garage just after 9 p.m. He then drove to the deserted Oak Road playing fields, scouting for potential victims. It was during this dark voyage that he discovered a vulnerable Libby Squire. Libby was alone, inebriated, and visibly distressed. Her judgment heavily impaired by alcohol and possibly hypothermia. Seizing this opportunity, Pawel coaxed her into his car after multiple attempts. He drove her to the silent Oak Road playing fields, arriving at 12:11 a.m. A nearby house reported hearing screams at 12:40 a.m., believing to be Libby's, as Pawel assaulted her. As the assault continued, it's believed he choked her until she lost consciousness. By 12:23 a.m., Pawel had deserted the area. It remains unclear whether Libby was already dead at this point, or if she was unconscious or succumbing to hypothermia in the cold, desolate field. Pawel returned home and ran a hot bath for himself. 2 hours later, at 2:25 a.m., he returned to the Oak Road playing fields and removed Libby's body. He then discarded her into the River Hole, which eventually leads to the Humber, where her body was found 6 weeks later. But Pawel's night of horror didn't end there. At 2:51 a.m., he was seen walking on Newlands Avenue, shamelessly masturbating in public. This behavior was truly appalling. Relowicz tried to portray himself as a good Samaritan in his defense, claiming that he merely stopped to help the visibly intoxicated Libby. However, on 11th of February, after 6 days of deliberation, the jury found him guilty of both the rape and murder of Libby. They reached a unanimous verdict on the rape charge and a majority verdict of 11-1 on the murder charge. On the following day, February 12th, he was sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 27 years for Libby's murder. He was also handed a concurrent term of 18 years imprisonment for her rape. In the wake of the trial, Libby's mother, Libby Squire, channeled her grief into advocacy work. She began campaigning for stricter sentences for men convicted of non-contact sexual offenses such as voyeurism, coupled with mandatory therapy. Her campaign aims to prevent sex offenders from escalating to more serious crimes such as rape and murder. Libby Squire's tragic case serves as a potent reminder of the importance of vigilance and personal safety, particularly for young women. It underscores the importance of societal awareness and the need for comprehensive strategies to combat predatory behavior and violence against women. The case also highlights the potential for escalating patterns of predatory behavior, emphasizing the need for early intervention and rehabilitation for those convicted of non-contact sexual offenses. In the aftermath, it is inspiring to see the strength of her family, turning their personal grief into advocacy, striving to make lasting changes to protect others and prevent tragedies in the future. And that is the story of Libby. What are your thoughts about this case? Leave down a comment about it. Be sure to place a bookmark on the like button and subscribe to join me. Always stay safe, and I will see you guys on the next one.